Okay, let's try this again. I had a dream last night. I had posted it, but the audio was kind of low. If you hear noise, I'm in my backyard and you can hear cars passing by. So anyway, May 30th, 2021, I had a dream. It started off with me and my husband helping my mom. We were helping her move. All I see are chairs and me and my husband's hands. And then all of a sudden transferred me over to me being at the hospital. I was pregnant. My belly was really big. It seemed like I was about to have the baby. So as I was at the hospital, I was sitting in a, what is it called? A wheelchair. And I was waiting. I don't know. I was just sitting there waiting. I was very groggy. There's nurses around me laughing and joking around. And then the lady started to move me, I guess, towards the area that I needed to be at. And so as she was wheelchairing me, well, she was moving me, wheeling me over to where I needed to be. She asked me, she was really nice. The nurse asked me, she was like, so, what are you going to have? She asked me, what am I going to have, or what do I want to have? And I said, oh, I said, I'm going to have a boy. And then she smiled real big and she was like, oh, good. And I was like, my first child was a boy. And I want to have another boy. So in my dream, I knew I had three, or that was going to be my third child. And then she moved me over to an area, and it wasn't a room, but it was just an area where I knew that I was in labor and delivery. And around the nurse's station, there were women that were about to give birth. I was sitting in one area, and there was a lady on one side of me on the left side and another lady on the right side, and we had curtains around us, so we kind of semi privacy, not really. So anyway, for some reason the Lord was allowing me to see through these curtains. So on the left side, so there was a doctor that walked in, and this was my doctor in real life that delivered my kids. But in real life, he retired. So as he walked in, I was able to see him, like I said, through the curtain to the lady on my left side. And the lady on my left side, it seemed like she was having complications with her pregnancy. She looked like she was in discomfort, a lot of pain. And the doctor came in and he sat, and in my head real quick, I was like, wait a minute, why? And his name is Dr. George Hilliard. And I was like, why is Dr. Hilliard here? I thought he retired. That's weird. And his name is important because I'll tell you after the dream. So George. Okay. So then another younger doctor comes into my right side, to the patient on the right side. She seemed like I knew she was about to have a baby. She was pregnant. Again, like I told you, there were women in the room besides me that were about to have their babies. So there's many women in there about to have their babies. And so the younger doctor walked in. I could again see through the curtain, and it wasn't see-through, but I just could see through it. And she was there calm and, getting ready for the doctor to come and check her. And he went in and checked her, and loud enough for me to hear, he says, oh, good, you're 7 centimeters dilated. And in my head, I was thinking, I was like, oh, wow, she's about to have her baby anytime now. And then I was waiting for them to come and check me. So I was thinking to myself, well, I guess it's my turn next. Maybe they're going to come and check me after. So I sat there and waited. And after a while, the younger doctor comes in, and he had a clipboard in his hand. And I was expecting for him to be like, okay, it's your turn. Let me go ahead and check you. But he didn't check me. He asked me, he said, so, how old are you? And I was like, oh, I'm 23. And he's like, 23, good. He's like, okay, good. And I was like, well, that's awkward. And he walks out, and I was like, in my head, I was thinking, why? That's weird. Why did he ask me my age? He didn't check me. That's awkward. That's weird. I guess, am I ready? Am I not ready? I don't know. It's like, okay, well, as he walks out, I'm able to see what him and the nurses are watching on television. So the TV is on, and the Lord's allowing me to see what is going on TV. I can hear everything, and I can see what they're doing. So the nurses are all around. The doctors are looking up at this TV, and you hear it's on the news station, and I can see a fireball coming down. And a huge fireball. And I hear the doctors tell the nurse, okay, guys, I guess we got to get ready. there's a lot of disturbance. There's a disturbance going on in the heavens, or a disturbance going on in the sky. He said one of those, and the nurses were like, they were like, okay, so they're all getting ready. And he said, we got to get ready because there's a disturbance going on in the sky, and it's going to affect the world. It's going to affect the electricity or the grid. So he said, expect a blackout. And he said, expect to work in the blackout. We have to deliver in the blackout. And in my head, I was like, oh no, like, I don't want to have to deliver the baby in a blackout like that. I was thinking to myself, it's going to be painful because I'm not going to have, for some reason, I don't know why I was thinking that. And then I woke up from my dream. Remember, I told you the doctor's name, and then I was thinking about that as I was writing it down. Okay. The doctor's name in Hebrew, George, means God is my judge, and in Greek it means farmer. So I was like, okay. And then I checked number 23. I told him I was number 23, and he was relieved that I said number 23, or that I said I was 23. And so 23 means my father has gathered. And then I was like, okay, well, that's weird. And then number 7 means to perish, I believe. I'm not too sure. So, but as I was writing this down, I was thinking, okay, well, in the Bible, I remember it says, like, once we go up, he'll separate the sheep from the goats. The girl on my right side with the younger doctor, she was very calm. She was ready to have the baby. She didn't seem like she was in pain or anything. And that doctor, she was on my right side, which I'm assuming that it's representing the sheep. And this is only my opinion. I don't even know if that's all this dreams, that's what it means. And then the doctor on my left side, which would be the goats, this lady was going in, she had discomfort. She was going through pain and discomfort. And the doctor, his name was George. And George means, again, God is my judge, or farmer. So it could be that the left was the goat that was going through judgment after God picked us up. And as I said, I was 23. God has gathered. Yeah, and at the same time, and before that, I saw again the fireball coming down. So I'm assuming that as we see this stuff coming down, as we've heard others say it, and I believe this as well, that we are going to go up. And as that happens, we go up, God will separate the sheep from the goats, the ones that have already died and gone, already had died. So that's just my take on the dream. And I guess I wanted to see what y'all would think too. Again, that's just my opinion, but that is my dream that I had on the 29th of May 2021. But I pray that y'all have a blessed day or night wherever that y'all are, and continue in prayer, continue in the word, because God is the only one, Jesus is the only one that's going to keep us safe. He's the only one that's going to keep us protected, and he's the only one that will lead us out of any type of danger if we are still here during that time. But I love you guys. I pray for y'all daily. I pray that we continue to stay together in unity, in prayer, in God's love. In the name of Jesus, I talk to y'all later, guys. And if I have another dream, which I did have another dream last May 5th, after I'm done uploading this one, I'm gonna go ahead and give y'all that one. I had uploaded it before and put it on my channel, but for some reason I don't know why I took it down, but I'm gonna put it back up. But I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.